deal, gang? What's up, my Wixicans? How's everybody doing? Hope all is well. Hope. Giggity giggity. Everything is well. Alright, yeah, let's adjust our lot size. A lot size. Our a lot size. Go New York, go New York, go. You feel me? You feel me? Whoo, 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 whoo. Hey, hey, hey. What? In the words of Stephen A. Smith, New York stand up. New York stand up. You feel me? Hockey playoffs? Man.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
New York stand up. Fucking 2 games in a row, almost identical. We get the last second shot, and we get the same guy stealing the ball with a second to go. New York stand up. Damn. Ah, my shoulder, gang. Shit hurts. Yo, honestly, it's 8:25. Shoulder fine again? No, my shoulder killing me. What's up? What are you doing? New York, stand up. Let's fucking go. Green needs a widescreen camera view. Oh. Very, very good. What's up, Mr. Patel? Green in the building. Jay, I see you. Nate, Don. Raj. Alright, we in full force. Alright, so what do you think? We have a prayer today? Do we have a prayer in winning these news? Are we the heavy underdogs here in the unemployment claims? We are the underdogs. You green? No. Well, prayer for trading to give us a win? No, you're in the wrong stream. You're in the wrong stream. You need to go to TTE stream for a prayer for trading. What time? We got 160 people here? All right. Yeah. You wanted a prayer, man. Some things don't require prayer. When you're thirsty, you don't say, God, please let me have some water. All right? Dear Forex baby Jesus, please drop this 24-pack of Zephyr Hills right on my fucking doorstep so I don't have to be thirsty. No. You know why? Because you just go to the store, you buy some water, and you fucking drink it. You know what that means? Some things in life don't require prayer. They require action. All right? Don't be waiting for this win here. All right? Show up and act on it. When you're thirsty, you go get a bottle of water. You don't pray for it. When you're starving here, there needs to be some action. I said some things in life don't require prayer. They just require your action. Although I fuck with the prayers, I do. I like that shit. We need our own TT here that prays. Prayer puts like just puts your soul at ease. I feel like whatever you believe in, you know what I mean? I just feel like finding connection with that higher power that you believe in That puts your soul at ease. Yo, we got news here in 1 minute. These are yesterday's levels. I haven't touched shit since yesterday, so let's remove that. That was from the FOMC. No, that was from Asian actually. Got 54 pips on FOMC. All right. $40 for the news. The news. Alrighty then. Three, two, one. News. I had to make the fruit bowl. I'm late. Yo, I seen what the fuck you're eating. It's pretty wild. You have one meal a day basically of food. Everything else is just fruits. It's kind of fruity. Boston fans in shambles. Shambles, yeah. Shambles. You can have 2 meals as long as you're working out. Yes. According to probabilities, right? Boston had less than 0.01% chance of losing both games. Boston will come back and finish New York. Bro, you live in New York.
That's going to be very, very hard to do.
Here's
Going
the
to New
deal.
York.
I don't think the Knicks take 2 at the Garden. I think
No,
Boston doesn't have that pressure of their own crowd like right on top of them. I think Boston relaxes in the Garden like most teams do.
Yep.
Right? Everybody has great games at the Garden. When people show up to the Garden, it's just because it's a great atmosphere. Right? By the end of the game, if it's competitive, yeah, New York gets on you. You hear everything in the stands. But like, you know, I think they had too much pressure from their own crowd, too many expectations. I think they get away from it, and maybe I think they take 1 out of 2 in New York. It's gonna be a series, right? Like this shit's gonna be. I can see this being like going 7 games. I just don't
Yeah,
see
they really
Boston. I don't see
they need
Boston winning the next 2 in New York. That's about it, right? 1 of 2.
Boston really need the next one more than the third, the fourth one. But yeah, they're gonna get 1, no question.
Yeah, they're just too good of a team. I don't see the Knicks sweeping them. There's just 1 game's gonna go to Boston and New York. At least 1, if not both.
If not both, I wouldn't be shocked.
But it's gonna be a series. I think this is going 7 games.
Mm-hmm. And Indiana and Cleveland. I don't know
Boy,
about
man,
Cleveland. I don't know
Halliburton is
about Cleveland.
fucking balling.
I ain't seen a game, but it ain't looking good for Cleveland.
Dude, it was the same thing. Cleveland was up 20. And I was watching the second game and it was a grind. They slowly just grinded back. All right, this is the news pushing us down here. All right. How are the claims? What do we get? Good news, bad news? You guys are part of the numbers. I need you guys to tell me ahead of time. We could have had some insider information. Look at this. Some of you guys found jobs this month. Already 3,000 less jobless people. 3,000 of you found jobs and didn't say nothing. Hook a brother up. There's plenty of people who need work in here. PSG winning the Champions League. I don't know, man. Inter had a harder road. Like, Arsenal is not as good as Barca. Yeah, I got Inter as well. I got an old school PSG jersey somewhere over here. When I went to Paris, I bought one. But a PSG jersey. Old school one. It's all gray with the Opel sign in the front. Old school, old school. Dembele on fire? Eh. Barca? It's Barca, you fool. No, it's Barca. It's also Champagne. And it's also Philip Mignon. Don't you ever fucking correct how I speak, alright? It's embarrassing. Walk me over to the side and I'll explain to you. You know what I mean? You can be like, Wix, yo. Tap me on the shoulder. I'll be like, no, bro, that's just how I speak. Yeah, both games were bangers. All they do is bark at the refs. No. Straight Barca. Straight Barca. It's Toga, my friend. Yo, I don't know. New York was Toga yesterday, and then, like, Asian session, London fucking eats. And then we get the New York candle.
We get the leftovers. That's all.
Yeah, what the fuck is this? This is
The
New York. This was fucking Asian.
London ran another
This
5,
was
6
London.
points
Oh,
for
whoops.
midnight. Yeah, exactly.
This was fucking London. And then we have New York.
Yep.
Bullshit. That's some bullshit. Same prison when you throw a Snickers down the tier and watch every selfish for it. I don't know, bro. I've never done that. Yeah. That's some shit you're doing, don't tell nobody, bro. Asian's been moving nice for the last 3 weeks. Yeah, it's... Alright, so we're holding resistance for now here. Let's see. There's more room to move up here, but I would like to find a support and then continue moving up. We've been moving up quite a bit here for the last few hours, right? The last 3 hours. 260 pips, 280 pips, I think the move. 200, almost 273 pips. So, yeah, I would like to find a support somewhere at 33.52 and retest the highs here. Personally. Right? Wouldn't we want to see this? Right? pull back here. And then find an onion. Right? Oh, whoops, wrong color. And just take this back up. Right? Some entries here, have some solid stops. Have a nice advantage point. Have a nice runner to here, right? To eventually do this. Let's see, but we gotta wait. I'd rather, if it closes out above here right now, I'll wait for it to bounce to the support. I'm gonna need a pullback. We have nothing established. You can't take any flips or breaks of highs here because this closure was right at resistance. So I need to wait for this candle to close if we are going to head up here and give me some kind of entry around these areas, or create a resistance that we can break and then take a look for an entry, right? If we get a bearish closure here and a break of that high, this sets us up for a nice move, and it also gives us a nice stop. Right. So I need these things to happen. If this just continues flying, I'm just gonna watch it fly. And I don't know why it's flying. Technically we have good numbers, so gold should come down, but there's a whole bunch of other shit going on in the world. Like the Knicks beat the Celtics, of course gold's gonna fucking skyrocket. Of course. You know what we didn't do today? Chat. We haven't been properly introduced. Hi, my name is Wix9. I'm a tradeaholic. Alright, let's get a little intro going while this thing prints. So we got another 4 minutes. Yeah, I think we could do a little bit of intro. We do a little intro sometimes. Okay.
This is a story about life, about struggle, about success. Not just mine, but yours too. Because whether you see it now or not, we're all trading something every single day. Time, energy, choices. That's life. That's trading. I wasn't always here. I wasn't always the guy you see on your screen. I started out just like most people. Uncertain, broke, doubting the system, doubting myself. But one thing kept me going. The belief that life's biggest opportunities aren't given. They're taken. And I took mine. See, trading isn't just about charts, candles, or currencies. It's about discipline, patience, and the courage to bet on yourself. It's about understanding that every loss is a lesson and every win is a stepping stone. It's about the grind, the sleepless nights, the early mornings, and that voice in your head telling you to keep going when the rest of the world says stop. But let me tell you something. This journey didn't start with success. It started with failure. More failures than I can count. I remember sitting in front of my screen, watching the markets eat me alive, thinking maybe this isn't for me. But deep down, I knew it wasn't about the markets. It was about me. My mindset. My choices. My willingness to adapt, to learn, and to grow. The truth is, trading is a mirror. It shows you who you really are. It forces you to face your fears, your doubts, and your limits. But it also shows you your potential if you're brave enough to see it. I'm here now because I refuse to quit. Because I learned to see every loss as a stepping stone, every setback as a setup for a comeback. And if there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's this. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be persistent. Success isn't about getting it right all the time. It's about staying in the game long enough to win. This isn't just a stream. This is a movement. A space where we don't just talk about markets, we talk about life, about growth, about becoming the best version of yourself, not just as a trader, but as a person. Because the truth is, the charts don't care about you, but this community does. I do. And together, we're gonna rise. So, take a deep breath, clear your mind, and get ready. This is where traders are made. This is where dreams are built. And this is where your story begins. Let's get it.
Getting it. Getting it. Getting it. Are we holding this? Are we gonna hold this resistance here? The 15 held, but here's the deal. I don't want to take this break at a low or this flip down here. We're too bullish on every other time frame. What you want to see, okay. Ideally in situations like this, if you're looking to counter trend trade, you'd want this closure somewhere above here or somewhere within that box, and you want to use this as an advantage point, whether to go break even or to secure partials. And if that's the case, you want some candles printed here, right? Holding resistance that you can use as break at a lows to trade this little range here. This should be your advantage point. So let candles print around here, right? Or they'll pull back, right? You'll retest the highs and then you'll print somewhere within there and then you'll drop, right? You'll get some kind of range, retest the highs and then the drop. Yeah, if this immediately drives down, I'm not going to take that chance because everything else was pretty bullish and the previous 15 or the previous 30, right, the 15 before the previous one doesn't have a bottom wick. So there's a chance we come down here and make that bottom wick there too. And if we can hold support there and then come up, retest the highs, maybe we'll trade the retest of the highs. There's a lot of ways this can go. What does Eddie stream? Eddie streams Asian session. Asian session. The hourly closes in 12 minutes. See, it's pretty heavily bullish. There's a chance we continue up here. Just depends how. There's a chance we continue up off the next hourly bottom wick, and if that comes down here and on a smaller time frame, right? The next hourly does this with a bottom wick, and then decide to flip bullish. Right? Start filling this, so we can look for entries on the smaller time frame. Start mapping it out, right? Where in the bottom wick can you have an entry, right? We do this on the next hourly. Maybe this is the first 15 minutes. God, that would make sense, right? This is 9:15. This one closes. It's 9:30. NYC open. We've bottomed out. We're ready to drive. We close back up above range in a 15. We just faked out, and then NYC open volume. takes us up, right? This would be lovely for NYSE Open, and then we'll have entries somewhere on the bottom wick here of this hourly, right there. Right, which would be also the 5 flipping and breaking highs, and us or the 15, and it'll all fall in line. That kind of movement would be lovely. And then there would also be NYSE Open. So we can see all of that. We will see some pretty good trades. First client canceled, so I'm chilling for the next couple hours. Bro, go home, get in front of your computer. Stop riding around. Wild, I drew the exact same thing out. LOL, you can tell who I learned from. W. We've been drawing that out for 5 years. Had a small break in between, but we've been drawing that out for 5 years. Nothing so far, been up for a while. You don't have any trades in the New York session, right? Not yet. $10 here for the hourly. What's up with Nas? What's NQ doing? Oof. Anybody had sells here on that drop on NQ? Six sells? Yeah, it'll look lovely over there. NQ is like, it's not bad. I don't know. I should go then. I don't know if I see it, maybe eventually. It's been looking great last month that we've kind of been checking it out. But gold just feeds you. I've had no need to step away. NQ is also seeing a lot of volume with Trump here. People at the Zoom door, thank you. What kind of hat is that, Kenny? Oh, it's one of those. I got you. Like a Kangol?
Pretty much. Little bop.
Yeah. That's that Peaky Blinders hat.
Sometimes I look like I belong on a golf course. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Me? I look like I cut the grass on a golf course. Have to pick up my little brother from school? W. Fire ass show, yeah. Only sells today? No. We were planning out buys. Or bounce off this resistance if we can hold it again. I just doubt there's so much range. Look how much range we have. This is all clean. Look at this drop. The way it dropped is the way it's gonna fill. Que lo que. What's that mean? It means it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Oh my God. Okay, whatever. Nothing going on in the news. Back to the Knicks. 3 minutes here for the hourly. Will we hold? Will we close above? What are we gonna do here? I think that's it though for red folders today, right? Yeah, the Brits had a shitload of red folders. The Brits were fucking on automatic today. 1, 2, 3, just machine gun fire. Yeah. Trump speaks at 10 a.m. How'd they have that as orange? This shit should be like dark red, blood red. This shit should be burgundy. How'd they have this as an orange folder? This should have like a video game like drop of blood coming down. It should be a red folder and a drop of blood coming down. Maybe 2 reds, right? Put 2 red folders next to each other. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a red with a cape. This shit should be super red. There should be a cape, right? Drawn right on this red thing. You know why it's orange? Because he's the orange man. That's why they do it. It's all subliminal. Orange man gets the orange folder. I don't know how they decide that shit. Wow, look at that. Closing above. Well, are we? I don't know if we're closing just yet. But if you look at the 30, right? And we're kind of holding this level here to the left. The cleanest buys are above here because there's nothing above here right now. Yeah, if we look at buys and we close above where we are, yeah, it's this little level, but you're buying right into a resistance, and there's a resistance here above. Yeah, I think 30 is cleaner here. Oh, oh, you're killing me, Smalls. Call my shoulder, Smalls. What pair are we trading? We're not trading a pair. Peaches and plums only. This is a contract. Gold futures contract. Right there, top left. GCM 2025. That's how you know gold moved a lot. When you turn on your MT5 terminal and there's no price anywhere on the chart. You have to go searching for it. Search and rescue mission on the charts. As long as it isn't at all-time highs, I'm so happy to get the fuck away from this area right now. I don't even want to bring it up. I'm afraid we say it and we might get there. Yeah, you know how this shit works. Fucking Eddie might blink and all of a sudden the shit's like this. Stop blinking, bro. Every time you blink, the shit moves. I need you to tape your eyelids to the top of your eyebrows. Just staple them if you want. I don't care. Not trying to miss this. Shit going off screen. This shit going off world. actually going up. Time for a 69-inch monitor. That's a pretty big monitor right there. 69 inches. Zoom door? No. 904. I don't know, do we come up now and then reject for NYC Open? Do we just start filling up heavy? This is so clean up. There's nothing that held this on this way down. And if we see that on the smaller time frame, why can't we see the, right? The correction of a clean move like that on a higher time frame? Very possible here. 300 pip 4-hour candle. Why 6-9? Because his keyboard is always off by 1. Like, he always gets 1 wrong. So it's really 70, but it's his keyboard fucking shit up. Off by 1 asthma. that should be your nickname. Eddie off by 1. Eddie skip 1. Eddie skips. Fuck, we're coming up. What are you doing? For 20 inches is one too big. This one is too big. I don't know, yeah. I already got a big one. All I need is a wider one. All about the girth. Damn, I'm sorry that happened to you, Eddie. Sorry that happened to you. Can we start a GoFundMe for Eddie to get over the emotional pain he's going through right now? You ever been hit on by a transformer? You're lucky. Yo, one night I literally, like, the three of us, we had to rescue our boy because he was so lit. We came out of, you know, we came out of Roxy in the city in Manhattan, and yo, like, it was clear as day, but he was drunk as fuck. So he was like, bro, get in the car, we're not leaving you here. He's like, no, I'm going with them. I was like, no, get in the car, dog. You're not going with them, they, them. with a fucking him. I'm going with them. I said, bro, it's they them. It's not a them. Get in the fucking car. Homie was in for a surprise. No, like nobody was in for a surprise. Like, I don't know what kind of surprise. It wasn't a surprise. It was a fucking store shelf. A lot of lines on the chart today. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Where did all these lines come from? Didn't I delete them? I think when I deleted, it's a glitch. Sometimes they come back up. The previous day, I thought I deleted them. Okay, so this should come up. NYC open here is in 20 minutes, but I need a closure here. If we can close on this 15 minute, maybe we'll have some buys before NYC open. We'll see. You did not like the 1 hour closure above for the buys with the 15-minute above resistance. No, I would want us to be above this level. 33.63. Want to be above here. We'll see. 3 minutes here for the scanner to close. I'd want the next one to come up, right, as we're driving up right now. Create a top wick, come down, attempt to get into 33.60s area, right, below 33.63. Fail, and then we can take a rebreak at a high here. But if we fill the range now, then we fill the range now, right? Maybe we fill the range now and the next 15 closes back below here, and then we could say, all right, we faked out, NYC open, we're gonna start retesting the lows again. We'll see. Why do I want it to first make a top wick? Well, because the way we were looking right now, or the way we were looking a second ago, it didn't look like we had much of a top wick. But we'll see right now. Maybe this creates a top wick. Maybe this fills the whole range. Give me a second, chat. I gotta go take a ibuprofen. I'm in a lot of pain. It's been the worst week sleep-wise for me. I've gotten no sleep the whole week. Can't go to the gym either because I can't fucking move. It's been total shit. Trading's been good. Stand by it.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
No sleep, more work. Yeah. Take two. What it do? Ricky from Uganda saying Jumbo. Okay, Jambo. Jambo to you too. Oh my. Yeah, you're right. I need more than ibuprofen. I need two. Ibuprofen, a joint, fucking, I don't know, new shoulder. Have you tried horse's cream? Bro. What none of you saying? I'm not joking. Well, that's what scares me. Therapy a freak. It's the same as anti-phlogiston, just way more stronger. I have no idea what that is. It's definitely a nerve. I just can't find a comfortable position for my arm or shoulder, just in general. I can't find a comfortable way to put it where it doesn't hurt. So I am with my back. Yeah, between your back and my shoulder, we gotta have we could have a sick insurance claim. Learn trading on YouTube. Nice. YouTube University. 4 years back and forth. Where am I at? Right near the beach, boy. How's the fundraiser going? Oh yeah, how's the fundraiser going, Turpy? You know what you gotta do? Here's what we could do. We could get, hey, we'll give away a 25K account to, we'll do a raffle today. How about that? Whoever donates $10 or more to Turpy's cause, we'll do a little raffle for a 25K account.
Like it. I like it.
So we'll see by the end of the stream, whoever's in there, we'll just do a little raffle. If it's like 3 people, 4 people, whichever, 10 people, whichever one of you. Right there. Let's pin that message. Wow, this is interesting. Where are we going to be here for NYC Open? The thing is, if we hold this area like that and break the lows, oh, we're so freaking bullish. How much would this stop be? It would be 100 pips stop, but it would be a really, it would be, I'm gonna have smaller risk on this trade, but if that's what happens, we're gonna look for sells. We're gonna have these stops over here, and just less risk. Understand the stops. I'm probably gonna go with. Well, we'll see where we close. But on the funded, on 150K funded, I'll probably go with a 2 lot. Zoom door. Gotcha. We'll see. Because if it closes above here, there's nothing to even discuss, right? If it closes above there, any break of the high here can take you up. But the problem is the break of the highs is wawa wiwa. Like, you got only 18 pips of range, and then lots of potential drawdown. Let's see, because it closes above, wouldn't be looking bad. The overall range, right? The most recent range is over here, right? That's where it came down from. So these levels, they're more minor for me, but there's, because we've blasted right through them, but it's still there. Right. I don't know. We'll see. Because these moves are massive, so maybe the range be massive too. Yeah, I'll probably, if we break these highs, we might be in there. I don't know. Or if we get a nice bottom wick. Look at this 5. It's 25 pips. It's NYC Open. People at the Zoom door. Didn't I open it? I think I opened it. I'm gonna close here. Let's see what the 30 does. I don't like the fact that there's a bearish closure. Let's see. Probably break of the high here. If it breaks a low, if it breaks its own low, I need a bottom wick, and then we'll have buy stops here. On the break of the high. There we go. Buy stop here on the break of the high of this 30. Yeah, I went break even. I was muted the whole time. No, we had buy stops here, and I didn't close anything. I just went break even. But I might re-enter if we break the highs. I'll probably re-enter here. If we're able to re-break highs. Okay, I just got entered again as we rebroke the high. I'm expecting NYC open to drive us. Once we break the previous candle high, I'll go break even. If it lets me. There we go, going break even. I'm expecting this to just push up. Okay. I'm gonna close full right there. Right at that level. I took an entry, and my first entry, the stops got slipped. So to be fair, it wasn't the greatest performance. Yeah, on my first entry, my stop got slipped, so it was -4 pips. This one I closed full for 16. I was muted for the first entry. I didn't realize I was muted. So what happened was I had a break at a high here, and it came up, and then it came back to break even, and it stopped me out at break even. It slipped me by 4 pips. It closed net -4, and then it rebroke highs, and I entered again. And then that's what we got. So 1B, 1W. My funded, the top one, I didn't go break even, and it just went and hit full TP here. I think we could have more opportunity here for position. I just want a closure above this level. This is highly likely to come back here to our entries from this level. So I don't want to risk that coming back down here. If it does, we'll look for support to be formed here. Or, you know, there's a lot of range here on the higher time frame, so this could definitely blast through here. But because I re-entered, I didn't have the greatest entry. Update the record. So if you were in a signal channel, you got the BE. If you weren't, you guys only got the W. I was muted. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we could have left the position open if we had the initial entry here on a break of the highs on the flip. But when I re-entered, I didn't want to keep this open at this level. I gotta be honest with you, it's not simple managing multiple terminals if they're not copy trading. Like, I'm going to my live and to the funded, and like I completely forgot to move stops to break even on the funded, right, as it's happening really quickly. I mean, it's a good thing it worked out today because it just ran up and I didn't get stopped out of B, so I had the original position, but it's not good in terms of, like, you know, you got to manage them the same. This has a lot of potential. This could just keep riding up. This is all clean. There's nothing here to stop this. There's nothing here. And honestly, I wish there was so we could get in again, but there's nothing here. This could just keep pumping. We just needed the better stops here. It's NYSE open. Still W, just wanted this to push immediately. What do I need now? I need candles to close now. Ideally, we pulled back. I just don't see this pulling back. It's an NYSE open right here. It's first 10 minutes right now. You give it another 10, you'll be up here. I need closures. I need something to a good stop, because this can definitely pull back, grab more orders, and then drive, or just can drive the other way. It's nice resistance here. because I re-entered, right? This is not a proper entry, so I mean, it's not that it's not proper. It's just very close to this resistance, so chances of this pulling back is quite high. Mike low, host high, Mike low. All right, congrats to you guys. Hope you secured something. We're gonna have more positions. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. People at the Zoom door. GF. Hi, my name is GF. Wow. Pulled back and it's holding. This shit's gonna pump. I hope it doesn't. I hope we get back down to 33.64 here. Honestly, but the way it's printing right now, like it held here. Look, no bottom wick. This shit can just pump straight up. Don't say that, LOL, I'm gonna buy. No, my name is Jet. We're also. Yeah, I can't disregard these areas. Although. Let's get a closure. It's gonna be 15, huh? 30 hourly. Yeah, look at this 4 hour. Just doesn't have a bottom wick. Like technically the next 4 hour can retrace the whole candle here. This whole candle, this whole body. Straight down, please. Do not come up again. Just head straight down, break the previous candle low, make my life simple. Wait, Trump speaking in 14 minutes. The hourly, the 30s flip bearish. But man, if this fucking 15 flips. $61. Bouncing off that hourly level. I know I broke the previous 15. I don't know if I want to take this. I'm debating. This looks really good. Four-hour closure here is in 12 minutes. Yeah, I think we're going to wait on this 4-hour. All are silently praying. Why? We're not in positions here. We're just waiting. It's... Can break the high here and pump. It's kind of scary because it's at resistance. And the 4 hours closing in 10 minutes. Yeah, I think Jay closed. Yeah, there, he wrote. He closed. Jay here closed. Risk it for the biscuit? You gotta risk it for the biscuit. Otherwise, you're gonna make nothing. I'm just gonna logically risk it here, waiting another 10 minutes. I don't want to flip and come right back down, start pulling back for the 4-hour. If you've been doing this for a while and like you've gotten under an understanding of the majority of things, you have to risk it for the biscuit because you have to rely on your knowledge and your experience to get you over the finish line. And sometimes it's not going to work. And you'll take hits. Right? You'll take big hits. But you have to rely on your knowledge and experience and enter positions that your knowledge and experience tell you to enter and not avoid the moment because this might happen, that might happen. Yeah, it might, but at the end of the day, you're betting on yourself. You have to bet on yourself here in order to win. If you don't, then you won't win, period. So that's why I say, risk it for the biscuit. Alright, came all the way back to where we wanted. Right, 3364 areas. Can we break down? What are we gonna do? You figure the next 4 hours gonna want a bottom wick. Wonder if the hourly can respect 3363 in terms of closing below. The next hourly makes a top wick, and then we break this low, right? Wait, sorry. Like that. But we would have to close somewhere below here. Maybe this candle could be like this. This would have to close bullish, but respecting this area. Then we can look for this stops here. Let's see, 7 minutes here. All right. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, we might get what we want. Is Trump speaking? Trump's speaking right now, right? 10. In 4 minutes. This shit never starts on time, though. You trade FVG? No. I do not. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Let's see what we do. I think we will know in 90 seconds here. It's a heavy 4-hour candle, but it has no bottom wick. At some point, I would expect to make one. Alright, gang. Trump's gonna speak. I'm gonna have sell stops here on a break of the 1 hour low, previous 1 hour low. Right there. The yawn. Need that bottom wick to come up. Let's see. It's gonna be a fairly small stop. If if we do have a stop. I'm activated here. Boom. $52. Market limit. Okay, so partials closed right there. I closed half my position. I got stops to break even. Let's see if this can pull down a bit further. Sorry, I'm managing multiple terminals. Kind of hard for me to do it all together on stream. All right. So stops to break even. I closed half my position. And let's see if this can run a bit further down. One more rebreak of the lows. That's all we need. But stops are to break even because this can definitely run up. This is a bottom wick. Just one more rebreak of the lows and we'll be Gucci. Come on, there's a lot of room to correct. A lot of room to correct down here. I'm sorry, I got full TP right here at this level. Maybe a bit lower down to the wick, yeah. Target about 60. Total target about 46 maybe. Rebreak the damn low. No? Huh.
We got a runner.
Jamal! Every time I say we got a runner, this shit comes back to break even. I shouldn't have done that. Let's go! Let's fucking go! Alright, well, yeah. That came back to be. Oh well. So, closed half my position. Oh well. Yeah, I wanted a steeper correction. There's room to come down here for a bottom wick, right? There's room for this 4 hour. Remember I said there's a chance we correct the entire 4 hour? And if this started correcting now, that'd be great. Maybe it needs to retest the highs. Maybe it just needed to take us out to go, right? But I'm not holding. Why did I not need a steep top wick? Because this 1 hour grabbed orders. This was the steep top wick on the previous candle. Right? This was the steep top wick on the hourly. And I understand that with this momentum to close out, yeah, the 4 hour is bullish, but the 4 hour is going to need a bottom wick. And when we close like this, that's all I kept saying, that the 4 hour can actually retest the entire low of the previous 4 hour. We've seen that happen many times. So, right, I'm just looking at the break here and I'm looking for advantage points. So once this pushed through to this wick, this is where I had right here. This is where I closed partials. And that was it. Usually before, remember, I would take a buy here on the bottom wick, but I understand that we got to get there. So if I know we got to get to this point, I'm going to try to get there on that sell, understanding we already have this rejection. And if we do end up filling the rest of the 4 hour wick, we'll have a really good entry here, right? Unfortunately, we didn't, and it's coming up now, but it's all right. We still won it, right? So yeah, imagine that. We took a sell on this bullish candle and we won. Because that's just how it is. That's what was expected. Oh, hold on a second, chat. Yeah, at this point, like you'd want this can either close above. I mean, we tried. We gave it a chance for runners, right? This can either close above here. Hold on. Yeah, this can either close above here and then we can start looking for more positions to come up, but we need a closure. Or this can really close respecting this area, right? And we kind of range at 33.62 before a drop down to retest the lows. Trump is about to speak.
Hey, Wix, by the way, for the trades you took, I know the first one was B, it was -4 technically, you got slipped. But you wrote second position to 16, but you closed partial at 18 and then closed full at 16. So you would have 34 in total. I'm not sure why you put 16 in the
Oh, I just went by what you wrote. You wrote 16, didn't you?
no, 34. I didn't write 16.
I didn't even look. I haven't looked in the Discord. I don't see what it says, and I
Yeah,
haven't looked at my
no.
terminal.
You got -4 on the first one, which is the BE. Then you got 34 on the second one.
I don't know where I got.
And then on this one, you got exactly 20.
I just honestly.
So you're up 50.
I rely on you because I just look at the chat. I don't have time to go look at the.
Yeah, no, somebody wrote it. Somebody wrote something different, but I wrote 34. If you scroll back, so the first one was BE, -4 technically. Second one was 34. And this last one was 20 when you closed partial, and it closed you exactly at 0 on the pullback. So you got exactly 20 plus 34 -4. So you have a total of 50 for the day. So BE 34, and then 20. So 15 total.
That's not a big deal, but I guess it's more marketable. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm just not doing nothing different, chat. I'm just utilizing all the knowledge of candles that I have and just, you know, taking positions that, like I said, it's not, I don't have specific setups now. Like at this point, the way I look at it, it's like, yeah, I had setups and I had, you know, there's certain things I look for, but now I'm just building a narrative. And if I see things that need to happen, I'm just going based on wherever I see an advantage point and whatever's gonna like let me get in, get out, not get hurt. Right, and it's all the same. It's all the same knowledge. It's all right, the same foundation. It's just I'm seeing things differently. The way I see things is just like if you can take advantage of things that aren't exactly your setup, but you understand what's gonna happen here. Like that's more important. Like you can take advantage of what's gonna happen, like as you're building a narrative. Like I said yesterday. That was the best way I figured out to describe it. It was not look for a setup, but build a narrative of what's going on. I don't like. I got the news channel. Like Fox never misses a Trump speech. News conference. Oh, coming up. See, he's not talking yet. Where's our first trade here? Yeah, we would have gotten clapped. I mean, the BE would have gotten hit. He's busy with the spray tan before the speech. Oh, you leave Orange Man alone. Uh-oh, hold on. There's people in the back. Why is the pool guy here? It's not even his day. Oh, it's just Benny chasing lizards. What an idiot. Dumbass. Made me get up for no reason. He hates other animals. He loves all people, but he literally hates other animals. I don't know what it is. He loses it. He's like a shark. He turns into a shark when he sees other animals. What are we looking for? Either a closure above 33.72 or drop back in range to 33.51. What a read this was. I didn't expect this to bottom out here. I thought we were going to go to the previous one here. It's all right. Take a look at that. Let's look at NQ. Wow. He looks great. Look at that. Created a top wick, previous 15. Yeah, you created a top wick here for the previous 15. This is a solid stop, right? This gave you a stop here. You also have this wick across the board that you're driving from. Hell yeah. That's perfect. If you had this flip here, 30 flip. I don't know, did it make a bottom wick first? No, I see it came up first too. This was perfect. This is good. Look at this range to drive down here. Yeah. Stops to be. That's it. It's a little tough though for this candle, right? This kind of candle, it might tap your stops, come back, maybe hold the stops, wait for it to close. Once this candle closes and the next one pulls back, once the next one flips bearish, then you can move stops to BE. Right, if you were on a flip here. Oh, I'm not selling into anything. Somebody was looking at NQ. Right, so you have the 15 closure. So now you probably wait for this one to create a top wick, right? Your stops are above here if you were in on a flip. Once it creates a top wick and flips, you can move your stops not to break even. Or if it re-breaks the slow. Melania's already in. It starts. Where are you watching this? Truth Social? Trump speech. Trump speech. Watch immigration replays. Hell yeah. Let's see them immigrate. WION. That's not even a thing. Got a top wick. Yeah. A bottom wick. And let's go back to gold. Wow, that 15 closed back up in range, huh? Faked out. This looks good, man, on the 15. I don't know, chat. That 15 looking lovely. Yeah, you know what? Gotta risk it for the biscuit. Let's have a buy stop. Let's have a buy stop here on the break of the 15 high. We pull up, we pull up, we pull down, we pull down. Gotta risk it for the biscuit. You know what I mean? I mean, the 15 did fake out here. If it breaks highs, we should be, you know, we should be good to go. I stop right there. Flipping the other way, yes, but now that it's flipped the other way and doesn't drive, and if the 15 breaks the high and we faked out here on the 15, what's our stops, right? What's 70 pip stop, 100 pip stop? Yeah, I'll keep it current candle, 70 pips. First 5 minutes, what we did was make a bottom wick, right? You know what? And I'll have partial closures. 33 pips if that flips. Yep. I got a buy stop here and I got a sell limit right here. At the fill of the range, it's about 30 pips. I'm going to secure 50 or 75%. We'll see. So I'll probably close one of the two positions. Did close back in range. I don't know. We shall see. My issue is this 5 closing below. Ha. Wow. That's ugly. Yeah, we broke that previous 5 low. So I'm gonna delete these buy stops. It's gonna come down. This is gonna come down here to the bottom of the range. That 5, look at that. If the 5 closed respecting, we're most likely heading up. The 5 closed below, next one made a top wick, and we got range to fill here to the bottom of this. That broke the 30 low too, I think, right? No, not yet. Yeah, you can delete that. That is an ugly 5. Based on what do you make a decision for current or previous candle stops? It's really situational. Like on this 15, it was current candle stops because the previous candle stops were over 100 pips. So I'm adjusting my risk, expecting this to bottom out here, right? And come up because we've already made a top wick and then came down. So we've grabbed orders. Now, if we re-break that top wick, it's really unlikely that we're going to head down. So in this case, I didn't need this previous candle. If we were going to re-break the lows of the current candle, we're dropping down just like we did here. We broke the lows current candle, we're dropping down. Yeah, there are situations where it's current, situations where it's previous. It's situational. I don't think I updated the record though, right? Did I add the last buy in there? I think I did.
Yes, you did. I just checked. It was 20 for the last one, with the runner hitting B after that. Exactly at 0. So
hold on. We came onto the stream today with 488 wins, and we already had 2 Ws, so it's 490 now.
And the 1B as well.
The B I added, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and you're at 9 straight wins right now on stream with a new streak.
Giving these runners a chance. Is Trump talking already or no? Wait, doesn't NQ pay double per pip? Isn't it like $20 a point?
No. So how it works is since gold has an actual contract value of 100 to 1 and Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P 500 have an actual contract of 10 to 1. If you use a lot or a contract of 1 on gold, it'll be $10 per pip, so $100 per 10 pips, which is
look like right here. We're at 2030. If we take a break of the lows here from 2039 to 20.
I'm not referring to futures. I'm referring to
NQ.
Forex.
Oh no, I'm referring to.
Oh, I don't know about futures. I was referring to Forex. So, but it depends on each broker as well, right? My broker uses that. So if your futures broker gives you more, then great. I don't know what it is for all the other brokers. You'd have to check the properties of each
Yeah,
chart that you're looking at.
they're saying I'm right.
The what?
The chat is saying I'm right.
Nice, nice. I don't know for futures, like I said. I'm referring
I get it.
to
Yeah. I'm just
Blueberry
not
and
gonna go
Phillips.
check because the chat's saying I'm right. So
Okay.
I'm a simple man.
Alrighty. Yeah, no problem.
Still at the hallway? Yeah, this shit. Trump always does this. It's never. He's always 30 to 40 minutes late. They've estimated that like presidential conferences, the presidents are never on time. It's an average of 40 minutes from the time that it's scheduled to go on. All presidents. You're lucky it's live. I think this shit was fucking recorded, taped for Biden. God forbid he says some wild shit during the speech or just walks off. Just mid-speech, walks off the stage. Probably holding a bell in front of the camera, just ding. Listen to the bell. All right. The hourly rebroke its own low, but has not driven back up in range now. Two-hour. 4-hour. Remember we said the 4-hour can retest the entire previous candle. Unfortunately, it took us out, created a steep top wick. Now it's coming down. Next 30 you can plan sell. I would have to close below the range. We would have to close below here. Why do I even have that level? Why do I even have that? Why do we even need that lever? In the next 30, you can plan sell. Oh yeah, we just read that. Yeah, I know I'm muted. Sorry, I got a, I got a live studio audience, and I'm like a comedian. I gotta troll them when they get up out of their seat and walk across the room. I gotta troll them and be like, "What? You got to shit again?" When you go to a comedy club, never get up and walk out in the middle of the show. Ever, ever. Your ass will not hear the end of it. I know, I would troll the shit out of you for getting up in the middle of my show. Yeah, you put a target on yourself immediately. Can PT speak already? America's back. Really? He's already talking? Yo, what? I don't know, that scared the shit out of me, to be honest with you. I hit that shit with my fucking vape. That's a soundbite we have. Yeah, it was right next to the... Yeah, I was muted. I was talking about, I'm sorry, I was talking about cells. I realized I was muted. I was talking about the sells here, and I see that it's flipping here on the 30, right? It was just flipping a second ago, but if we look at the 15, we'd be selling right into a support, which can just flip and come right back up. So this shit came right back up. Yo, I almost had a heart attack. This shit came out of nowhere. Man, you just be sitting there quietly, all of a sudden it's I feel good. Just out of nowhere. Right? This shit would be just crickets. And then out of nowhere, it's just like. Yeah. My volume is the hardest because your mic is low from time to time. Woke everyone. The spotted thing also. Tell them to go back to sleep. Oh shit. Tell them goodbye. Nothing to see here.
You may hate me, but it ain't no lie. Baby, bye, bye, bye.
Bye bye. I don't see the president talking. It made me want to bust a move. Oh, that's funny. I could see you. I could see you busting a move to that. Green go extra hard at the gym to that song. That shit's on repeat. Just fucking revenge lifting, right? Like angry at an ex-girlfriend or something. You gonna see, bitch. That's what people do when they come up, right? They buy a nice car, they get like a supercar, and then they drive by their old neighborhood or some shit. Drive by your ex's house. Should have stuck around. Me? I don't do that shit. Me? Never. I do like driving around rich neighborhoods blasting hood rap music, though. It's my favorite pastime. Those rich fools need a little shake up. Wake up! Yeah, when it's school time, they hate me. I go all out. On the way back from dropping the kids off, I go all out. It's windows open, the roof down. My top don't even come down. Just open everything. Yo, we're here for another 20 minutes. You guys got 20 minutes to get entered for this giveaway. So far, it looks like Sam's gonna take it. Sam, the only donor for the day, he might take it. Right there. Turpy posted the link. Go drop 10 bucks in there. Damn, Sam, you just paid $10 for a 25K account. That's a W. Benny, you neck bone. Come here. Come here. Hey. Benny. Come here. What are you upset about? Hey. Come on. What do you have to be upset about? Come on. Bring it in. One hug. One hug this time. Come on. Let's go. High five. High five. Let's go. High five. High five. You could do it. High five. He put his paw on my lap. That's about it. Let's go. High five. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. You gonna give me a hug or what? Bro, yeah, there we go. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Yeah. Is he still sick? Yeah, sick of these bitches. Right, Benny? We sick of these bitches. Oh, yeah. Oh, bro. Too big for this shit. Hey. Why are you so big, bro? This guy is like a freaking monster. Look at him. He's huge. Get away. He doesn't know his own strength, which is a good thing. Just sneezed. Benny defines XL. Now he's 4X. Quadruple XL, 4X. $15 closed. Not that it's any help for us. We're printing side by side here. Charts still look like ass and feet. Can we take the previous buy stops over there on the 15 high? I would not. Personally, I would not. Can you? You press the button, they'll be taken. I'm not going to do that. I got to get out of this range. It's good, though. I mean, like, where would it go now? Like, we just printed side by side. Right over here, closed below. Looks like sells are safe. Over here now, closed above the most recent. Looks like buys are safe. There's really no clear-cut direction. Secret Iranian nuclear weapons site revealed. Well, then it's not that secret, is it? Fuck, man. Yeah. What I would like is a closure above 33.72. Right? Or can we call it most recent? Will this fall in line? Yeah, you see how this falls in line with these levels here? I think this is a good level here. And these wicks come down, tapped off that area. So yeah, let's close above the most recent, which kind of falls in line with the overall. And yeah, you see that level? I like that. That makes sense. Let's get above 33.71. Someone didn't get the memo on the secret part. Oh, there we go. Trump speaking. Satellite images reveal secret Iran or Iran, whichever one you want to say it. Secret Iran nuclear site. I like that story with Trump. Remember when he was talking about, like, I sat down with the leader of the Taliban and he was like, you guys got to stop shooting at our people. And they were going to come to a deal, and all Trump did was, like, give him a satellite picture. He didn't even negotiate with him. He just, to the meeting, they sat down, and all Trump did was take out a satellite picture of his house. And the guy's like, why are you showing me a picture of my house? He's like, try some shit. Like, that's all he did. That was the conversation. And he got up and he walked out. He just literally walked up, gave him the satellite picture of his house where he sleeps in, where his family sleeps in. He's like, go ahead, try some shit. Aaron with the 10 W.
Hey, Aaron, where are you?
Where you at, Aaron? Philippines has nuclear secret site. It's at the bottom of this Marianas Trench. That's the deepest part of the ocean. Maybe there's an alien base there. I don't know about no secret. Maybe that's how you guys test, where all your shit just goes in there. Just fails. Hold on. Aaron, that's AB bands? Okay, hold on. Wait, who's anonymous? There's one anonymous in there. And one Aaron. And one Sam. Nathan? Oh, Nate. Yeah, I'll call it at 11, right? And we'll do the giveaway. We'll see. I mean, I'll call the giveaway at 11. Trop now talking about jobs and economy. Amazing. Wait, what? There's a giveaway? Yes. Whoever donated to Turpy, I'm gonna raffle off a 25K account. I don't know where he's speaking. Nobody's showing it.
He's speaking right now, by the way.
Yeah, but nobody's showing it. Not a single channel is showing it.
Yeah, I see him right now on ET now
Right,
on YouTube.
you're in freaking Portugal. Yeah, I can turn him on
So-
YouTube, but
Yeah, it's live on YouTube. I went on ET now. I think it's Entertainment Tonight. ET now, and he's talking live in front of the FI something Institute.
wait, is he in the Oval Office? He's not?
I see live right now, and
I see live every channel. He's in the Oval Office sitting down. Right?
Oh yeah, there he is. I see him now sitting down. Yeah, he's on CNBC. Okay, there he is.
Being written up in the coming weeks. We'll have it all very conclusive, but the actual deal is a very conclusive one. We think just about everything's been approved. So good for both countries, and we'll also receive new market access for American chemicals, machinery, and many other industrial products that weren't allowed. And they'll end up getting products that they'll be able to price, and if they like them better and we make great products, they'll be buying those products, but they were not available in the UK. Furthermore, in a historic step, the deal includes plans that will bring the United Kingdom into the economic security alignment with the United States. That's the first of its kind. So we have a big economic security blanket, and that's very important. And we feel very, very comfortable with that because it's been a great ally, truly one of our great allies. I mean, a lot of people say our greatest ally. I don't want to insult people by saying that, but I can say it's certainly one of our greatest, and right at the top. And they're the first one we're talking about. And by the way, we have many meetings planned today and tomorrow, and every country wants to be making deals. And we have a
put the video
meeting,
on
as you know,
screen.
Scott will be going over to Switzerland on Saturday, and that'll be very, very interesting. We'll find out, but I think they want to make a deal very badly too.
It's a Fox channel. I don't know.
Both
if I can
countries
do
have
that.
agreed that the economic security is national security, and will be working together as allies to ensure
5
that we
minutes
have
here
a
for the
strong
hourly
industrial
closure, though,
base,
so we're going to
appropriate
look for this to
export
close
controls,
above,
and
or we're just going to
protections
call
for
it.
key technologies and industries like steel. Steel is a big factor. Both countries will become stronger with steel and things necessary for military. You know, we used to build ships and other things literally at a level that nobody's ever seen, and we haven't. We've eased up, and I would say that the UK certainly eased up, but now we're going to be uneasing both, and we work together. Once again, I want to thank Prime Minister Starmer. He's been terrific for his partnership in this matter. The special relationship and external bond, it's really an external and an internal bond between our two countries will soon be stronger than ever before. And we really do. We have a great relationship. I want to just say that the representatives of UK have been so professional. And it's been an honor doing business with all of them, and in particular the Prime Minister. And I'd like to introduce him now to say a few words. Mr. Prime Minister, please take it away.
Yeah, can I? Well, if we're, I don't know if it has
Thank
a
you, Mr.
copyright.
President, Donald. And this is a really fantastic, historic day in which we can announce this deal between our two great countries. And I think it's a real tribute to the history
this
that we have
microphone,
of working
man?
so closely
Shit out the way.
together. Can I pay tribute, Donald, to your negotiating team as well, particularly Howard and Jameson, who've done an incredible job, a very professional job.
Who the hell is this guy? We can't got nothing to do with Canada.
At pace now. For a
Y'all
number
better
of
quiet
weeks to
down
bring
up
in
there.
this, deal today. Really important deal.
Before I
This
turn
is
the
gonna
music
boost
up down
trade,
here, it's gonna be a
between
really loud
and
party.
across our countries. It's going to not only protect jobs but create jobs, opening market access. And as you say, Donald, the timing couldn't be more apt because not only was it 80 years ago today that victory came for Europe after and at the end of the Second World War, but of course on that day the UK and the US stood together as the closest of allies. And Donald, I think even down to the hour, because you may or may not know that it was about this time of day, exactly 80 years
What kind
ago,
of bag is that?
that Winston Churchill announced victory in Europe, and that led to
That should
great
look like
celebrations
Crocs the bag.
across Europe, across America, but particularly in the United Kingdom. Literally people going out into the street, putting bunting up, going up to the palace. And so to be able to announce this great deal on the same
There's
day,
no way Biden's
80
listening to
years
somebody speak this
forward,
long and not falling asleep.
almost
Biden
at
would
the
be
same
drooling right
hour.
now on this desk.
And as we were 80 years ago, with the UK and the US standing side by side.
Where's my Jell-O?
I think
I want my Jell-O.
incredibly important and makes this truly historic. That close relationship has endured over those 80 years. As you know, Donald, when it comes to defence and security and intelligence sharing, of course, there are no two countries that are closer than our two countries. And now we take this into new and important territory by adding trade and the economy to the closeness of our relationship.
Why are these Canadians here?
It is built,
What
as
are they
you
doing?
say, on those notions of fairness and reciprocal arrangements. We've always had a fair and balanced arrangement between our
Guys are
countries.
not
This
invited to the
builds
party.
on that, hugely important for sectors like car manufacturing and for steel and aluminium and so many others. And yes, we can finish ironing out some of the details, but there's a fantastic platform here, including, of course, on the tech side, where I think I'm right in saying we're the only two Western countries with trillion-dollar sectors when it comes to tech. And in the end, it comes down to, as you say, Donald, economic security is national security. On national security, we've been absolutely the closest of allies for so many years, keeping the peace.
That's got to be a
through that
crazy
close,
job, sitting on your knees in
alliance,
front of the
that
president's
friendship.
desk right here.
And we add to that this deal on trade and the economy. And I want to thank you for your leadership on that, Donald, and for
Trump's like,
the way in which your team
bro,
has negotiated.
I got
this.
golf
I'm
at
pleased that
12.
we've got this deal.
Look at these guys. They're like, yo, it's got to stop talking at some
we've
point.
built an incredible platform,
Vance looking at the clock
for
on the wall.
future. So thank you so much. Donald, I'm now going to go and do a press conference. I think you have your press in with you. But on the details, I think if you've got Howard, we can deal with that through one of my team.
That's great. Well, Mr. Prime Minister, thank you very much. It's an honor. We're going to have a continued, maybe a better relationship than ever before. You know, I don't know if the media knows, but the U.S. and U.K. have been working for years to try and make a deal. And it never quite got there.
Yeah.
It did with this Prime Minister. So I want to just congratulate you.
Well, with this president, this prime minister, we've managed to achieve what many people have tried to achieve for many years.
That's right.
And I'm really pleased. And it
That's right.
feels completely historic and on a special 80-year anniversary as well. So, Donald, thank you so much.
Oh, that's right. As of today, today is a holiday in the U.S., right?
To both teams, tribute to our countries. And
Not really a
tribute to
day
your
off,
leadership.
but today is
Well, it really
Victory
is a great
Day.
thing. And you go do your
As of
press
today.
conference, and I'll see you soon. Maybe speak to you later. But thank you very
Yeah.
much. And an incredible thing.
When
I
the
can't
US
tell you
won
that
World War
for
II.
so many years, even as
Right?
I sat, everybody talked and talked and talked about a deal with. It just seemed like a natural deal, but it was not done. But now it was done with us. So I feel very proud to have been a part of it. Keir, thank
Trump
you
should
very
be
much.
like, honestly, he should just be like,
Thanks, Donald. And we'll speak again
so I
soon.
can't hear
Very
you.
good. So long. Bye.
Click. He was taking too long.
Why don't I do this? Why don't I have our Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick, give a little description of the deal pretty quick, and then the good side, the very nice side, we'll be speaking about it also, maybe, from so you get a pretty equal. I think it's a very, it's just been a deal that was, we thought, very complicated. It became very simple. It's opening up the country that we really didn't have the kind of access to that I would have thought. I was surprised. I think it's why the deal never got done before. It was, you know, they've been working on this deal for 25 years. And we got it done, and we got it done. Really, it's going to be great for both countries. So, Howard, if you could go, and then somebody else, you may have, you'll pick whoever you want who'd like to do it. I have a feeling you're going to do it, right? So you guys go ahead, and then we'll take questions right after that. But I think you'll get a pretty good understanding of how big it is. It's a very large deal, very big deal. And Howard, go ahead.
So the UK is the 6th largest economy in the world and the 4th largest that we export to, right? So it's a huge market, a top 10 market. If you remember Liberation Day, they were at 10% because we have balanced trade with the UK, right? They say they have a surplus, but of course that counts gold bullion, which is, so let's just call it balanced trade. So how do you open up a market in balanced trade? People think it's impossible.
All right, chat, setting buy
I've always
stops.
thought
He's
it
going
was
to say some
impossible
wild shit
until
right now.
President Trump came on the scene and changed the way things work. So here's what we've got. We've opened up new market access, ethanol, beef, machinery, all the agricultural products. They've agreed to open their markets, and that will add $5 billion of opportunity to American exporters. So the question is, why would they do that now? Because they've never done it before. And we still have our 10% tariff on, which will produce $6 billion of revenue for the United States. So the idea was, how do they keep their jobs, protect their economy, and do the best for their people while opening the market for us? And the way is they studied it, their team was exceptional, and they tried to figure out the markets that they're importing from other people and try to send them over to America. So why were they always favoring others and not us? And what they've done is they've found the ways to do that so that we have new
I want to know who's the
access,
asshole walking around
right?
in
But
the background
UK
while the president's
workers
speaking.
are protected, and that was the balance. So you've got, we did a
They're
deal with
stealing
them
all the
in
gold out the
automobiles.
White
And
House
you know,
while these guys are on TV. Look
if
at
you're
that
not
truck
building
pulling out.
here, we charge you a 25% tariff. But the president, and by the way, I want to make this clear, while Jameson and I worked hard, this was the president's deal. And people think, oh, that's not the way it works. If you got to sit next to him, I have the best deal maker to my left. And if you don't think that we take advantage of him calling the prime minister and getting that deal done, you don't understand who's the president of the United States. So he's the closer. He gets deals done that we could never get done because he understands business, he understands deals, and that's why we're here today. So he agreed they could send 100,000 cars into America and only pay a 10% tariff. And that protects their car industry. And remember, we do 16 million cars a year. So this is only like 0.6%. But for the UK auto people, this is tens of thousands of jobs that the president agreed that he would protect for them. So he made that deal, right? Then steel and aluminum, right? Their steel business has been destroyed like everybody else has been destroyed by people dumping steel into their markets. And British Steel had announced it was closing down. So the British government, as part of this deal, nationalized British Steel, and they're going to match the kinds of models we do. They'll put tariffs on, they'll put quotas on. They want to do it with America so they can be part of the resurgence of steel and aluminum in America, and that saves them, again, thousands and thousands.
We got shit to take care of at home.
So if you go step by
Forget
step,
everything else. The American people are better off. We don't care right now. Right now, the whole point of this conversation here is to show how much better off America and the world is.
And what you're going to hear today is there's going to be an announcement in the UK that they are buying $10 billion worth of Boeing planes later today, but I'm going to let the name of the airline announce it because that's theirs to do it. Part of this deal was always to do it together and to do it strong, and you can see the numbers on this board. Everything about this board works exceptionally well for the United States of America. It lays out the plan that you can work with us in autos, you can work with us with aero and commercial, you can work with us in pharmaceuticals if you have a supply chain that is secure and protected in national security. So we feel really good about the deal. You've heard the Prime Minister, he feels really good about the deal, right? And we started at 10% and we ended at 10%, and the market for America is better, and this is a perfect example of why Donald Trump produced Liberation Day. People don't understand he gets things done in a matter of time. This would have taken Jameson and I 3 years, maybe. And instead, we got it done in 45 days, certainly, because we work for Donald Trump. So, Jameson, my partner in all this, maybe Jameson, you'd like to talk a little, and then we'll turn it over to the UK.
Sure, happy to do that. Everyone has great remarks.
That's the whiskey guy?
I just have to echo the President and the Prime Minister when we talk about VE Day. This is something we've been waiting for decades, and there's no more appropriate day to do this. And when we step back and we look back a few weeks from now or months from now or years from now, we're going to look back at this day and better appreciate the significance, I think. And I'll just say as well, in terms of negotiating, I mean, the UK negotiators, you know, we've got one right here, did an incredible job, right? This is why you win wars, right? When you act like this. And the ambassador, he knows more about trade than a lot of us here, based on his background. And I would say on this deal, Mr. President, what we've shown is that it is time to change the way we do trade. People said we couldn't do a global tariff. We did a global tariff. They said no one would want to deal with us. People want a deal. They said no one give offers. You saw that stack of offers I showed you yesterday.
Trump would not let him in there.
Said we wouldn't get deals.
Trump would make him stand outside the door.
The sixth largest economy. We've agreed to have fair and reciprocal trade, and we've done it in record time.
Thank you very much.
Sir.
Great job.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Ambassador, please. Well, Mr. President, thank you very much indeed in hosting us this morning.
It's the British ambassador.
And thank you very much indeed also for that very typical 11th hour intervention by you with your phone call to the President, demanding even more out of this deal than
your
any
typical
of us
11th hour
expected.
intervention.
So
Trump always
thank
does
you
that,
for
right?
Prime Minister was delighted.
Very last moment.
Obviously, to take that call late at night. But you took it to another level, and I think the point I would make is twofold. One is that if we're going to rebalance and rebuild international trade in a way that serves all our interests, then we're better doing that together than separately and apart, and that's what we're on a mission to do. But secondly, you've done what you said you would do. You said to the Prime Minister when he came and we visited in the Oval that you would do a good trade deal with the United Kingdom, that you would do it at pace, and that we would be first. And you have delivered that. You know, you've been true to your word. So thank you very much indeed for that. For us, it's not the end. It's it's the end just of the beginning. I mean, there is yet more we can do in reducing tariffs and trade barriers so as to open up our markets.
Blah, 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 blah. All right, gang, we can watch this all morning. I'm going to go smoke a joint while we watch this. You know what? Yo, spam some W's for the pips caught on stream today. Let's, at least we can do. Drop a like, follow the channel, and spam some fucking W's for the win we got here today. All right? All right, gang. Thank you. Appreciate all of you. We'll call it a session here. I'm done for the morning. I'm gonna go try to, I don't know, figure out why my arm hurts. Maybe do some heat therapy. I don't know. Can't wait till next week. Oh, giveaway. You're right. Terpy, thank you. Hold on. We got to do a giveaway. So 3 people. Who do we have? We have, give me the 3 names. We have Aaron, Sam, and Nate, right? Aaron, Sam, and Nate. Do a random selection for a giveaway winner. Okay. All right, Aaron, Sam, and Nate. Are we good with that? That's all I see. All right. Let's do it. Bro, you pick randomly. This fucking thing, man. Winner is... Who the fuck is Ava? Yo. And Reggie. All right. We have Reggie. I can't explain it any easier to ChatGPT. All right, the randomly selected winner is Aaron. W. Hey, Aaron, you had a 1 in 4 chance technically. You had a 1 in 4 chance, so congrats to you. Congrats to you. You know what? We'll do it again tomorrow. Whoever donates tomorrow, $10, we'll do it again. How about this? For every $10 you donate, you'll get a single entry. This way people can donate $100 and get 10 entries. $10 one entry, yeah. So let's get Turpy that PC. Yeah, that'd be so dope. If the community pays for Turpy's PC, that would be so sick. Or if the community is able to gather enough funds. All right. All right, gang. Yeah, let's call it a session here. Thank you guys for coming through. Zoom gang, see you in the clubhouse, Signal channel. In a circle, we're gonna probably trade in the Signal channel tonight for Asian. All right. AB Bands, DM me. DM me your full name and hold on. Give me your IG in here so I know it's you DMing me, and then DM me your name and email and IG. What's your Instagram? Fuck my shoulder, man. What's your IG? No, because people are going to try to message me and they'll create names just to look like yours. That's what I'm saying. What's your IG so I know exactly what it is? There's a lot of scammers. I get every time there's a raffle, I get a whole bunch of messages. Hey, I'm the one that won. Hey, I'm the one that won. So I double check all the time. Okay, so yeah, DM me from that account, exactly that account, and with your name and your email, and I'll send you over your 25K account tonight. Okay. Thank you everyone else that donated to Turpy. Right? Reggie, Nate, Sam, appreciate you guys. Aaron, DM me, everybody else. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. And we'll be trading in the signals tonight for Asian session. All right. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Mods, thank you for helping me run the stream. As for me, my time here is up. And just like that, another New York session is in the books.